everybody, welcome back to our May segment of LO News and Updates. Actually, I should say it's June 1st. We're recording this on June 1st. We slacked a little bit, I guess, right?
Yes.
With Megan is Superintendent Jennifer Backer-Johnson and Principal Aaron Hungerholt. I'm Axel Gumbel, and we've got some topics to talk about this month again. First of all, it is the second to last day of school, and what's keeping you busy this week?
Well, wow, can you believe it? It's already June 1st.
Right.
I know. Well, of course, we're wrapping up this past school year with flying colors, and as an administrative team, we're already looking into next year. So we're finalizing our MDE reporting, starting new MDE reporting. We're planning summer projects. You know, what do we need to do for fall? I know later in our interview, Mr. Hungerholt's going to talk to you a little bit about our day-to-day operations for next year. But you know, we're not the only busy ones. Everybody's just running around the building the last couple weeks with, you know, grading and cleaning classrooms and cleaning the grounds, and we prep for graduation, of course, and all that fun stuff.
You have quite a few changes going on next year in terms of teachers kind of staying here. Some are leaving, some are staying, but new positions. Talk about that a little bit.
You know, we do have a lot of movement this year. Normally we're not that exciting with our movement in teachers. We do a pretty good job of teachers staying here and staying in the positions, and, you know, proud of that aspect that we get teachers that stay. But we had a couple of retirements, Marcia Jevney and Leisha Hint, both great teachers. We're going to miss them. Strong teachers. If you look at our test scores over the last few years, those two are always at the top with their test scores. So we're going to miss those two, you know, not only as teachers but also as people. Jim Hubka is moving on to do more farming. He's still going to stay in the subbing system, so we'll see Jim Hubka around here as well. So with that and our new student service center that's a year old, we've had some movement out of that. You know, we have Mel Lunning, who's moving now into the teacher world, going up to our high school English. Our middle school English will be filled by a fourth grade teacher, Christy Schumann, who decided she wants to go back to school to get her English endorsement. So then that opened up our fourth grade. Our third grade is open for retirement, so we had two new elementary staff members. So along with that, then we also have to fill Mel's position in the Student Service Center. So we're hopefully interviewing this Friday for that position as well. Our science teacher is moving on, so we are hopefully interviewing this Friday as well for that position. And we also are looking for, if anybody's watching out there, well, we're still looking for our Cardinal Kids director, a ECFE director, and we do have one lead on our Reading Corps position, but our Reading Corps position is still open as well for next year. So a couple openings yet, hopefully fill a few this Friday, but just a lot of movement, but I think a lot of excitement, new people in new places, should be fun.
Another puzzle sometimes that you particularly are involved with is the district budget.
Yes.
And we learned at the last school board meeting that the district is looking really good, but in fact so good that you may have to spend a little extra in some areas.
I know, hard to believe, right? Yeah, one of the nice things about our budget this year is, I suppose you could say nice things, is that it's mandated we have to spend in a certain area or two. One that is punctuated the most, of course, is our food service department. We have just done a great job of reviewing things, revamping things, being a little bit more creative. And guess what? MD is telling us we need to spend some money. And so we're doing it. We're going to do it.
Because if you don't, you would lose it, right?
We may lose it, yes. So we're really tackling that and figuring out new things we can do. We're going to re-inventory things, get new equipment in there, make some pretty significant, bigger purchases that we haven't done since the 90s. So we're pretty excited about it.
That is a good problem to have.
Yeah. But no, the budget season went so well this year, and we're very, very excited. Again, this is, you know, piggybacking right off what Mr. Hungerholt said with his master schedule. That is our day-to-day operations, and 70% of our budget is our staff and the benefits within that. And as he's manipulating that and making that work, I need to watch that too and see how I can make our budget work. And so, it came out, it couldn't have been better. And just want to throw this in too, which we really didn't talk about at the board meeting, but over the course of the year, I wrote a grant, and we received a grant from the Minnesota Department of Education, basically COVID relief grant, whether it's for loss of learning, instructional practices, curriculum, small class size reduction, things like that. But I received $500,000, or I should say the district received $500,000. That's not identified at our board meeting. And so that's just kind of some fun money here that we're going to have to start tackling too.
Good
so
news
that's
all around.
good.
And
yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, Jen, because of the budget stalemate up in St. Paul, there currently is not any news about additional education funding, correct?
Correct, not yet. Now, we like to be conservative in terms of building our budget, so we build under a 2% increase. We always do. If it's above that, we're pretty happy. If it's right at that, of course, we're happy. Highly unlikely, but with our surplus, you'd think we'd be able to get something from St. Paul. So we'll see. We always have our fingers crossed with that.
Good, awesome. Well, let's go back to summer. It is a 3-month break for most of us here. Maybe not you, maybe not me as a parent, right? But for all the students and staff too. What's going to go on here over the summer? There's some annual things happening in terms of maintenance. You're talking about a summer reading program. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
Well, it's always a lot of maintenance going on. We do a lot of work with the floors and classrooms and some of that deep cleaning stuff. We have community ed programs going on. We have basketball camps. We have things like that go on throughout the summer. The coaches, they can coach all summer, so June to August 1st. You're going to have all the sports still in the building. It's a busy place. It's, a focal point. We're still going to have kids in the building, and it'll still be busy. But like I said, this is where we take the opportunity to do the upgrades or the cleaning or the repairs and stuff like that. So.
And speaking of upgrades, Jen, the big LED project is about to kick off in a few weeks.
About to kick off, absolutely. So I just received word a week or two ago that the materials will be coming in the end of June, early July, and once they hit the floor, they're going to be putting them up, all the lights, and doing everything they need to do in terms of the project. Now, keep in mind there is a timeline with our project, so they really do have to get on that right away.
And still scheduled to wrap up before the start of the new school year,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
There's going to be a summer reading program will return this summer. Tell us about that.
Oh, we have an amazing staff. Carrie Lowe, Amy Hungerholt, and Angie Emerson. They are taking on our reading program, and we're going to use some COVID dollars, so loss of learning dollars, we're going to call it, to help them build this really successful program. They're already looking at curriculum, already looking at instructional supplies or instructional supports. Any kind of technology platform they need, sustainable things that, well, even though the money may be gone, those materials are going to last a few years so they can keep this program going. So we're pretty excited about it.
Let's switch to a bit of a more serious topic. We're, of course, just about a week after the terrible events down in Texas, school shooting there. And a lot of parents are probably asking themselves, including me, what is my school, what is my district doing to keep us safe? So we thought let's maybe just briefly touch on what is LO doing to keep staff and students safe, not only now, but even during the summer. What are sort of the policies, drills, what can you share?
I can speak to that. I've put a lot of time and effort into this. I take this piece very seriously. Years ago, we brought in a tactical group. The administration got trained in ALICE, which is the new format we use for school intruders. So we really, during the school day, for example, we only have the front door, the outside door is open. Everything else is locked up once 8 o'clock rolls around. People have to come through the front door, they have to get buzzed in.
There's a camera, right?
Yep, there's camera by the door. And they can only get into a little breezeway in the front. They can't get in the office yet either. We have to physically let them into those. And then we do have a brand new door this year, which was a great idea and supported by Jen when we made it to go out to the building. So teachers and kids can come pretty freely instead of we used to have to go out. So I think we've this year even improved and made things safer. So just the entrance, I believe, is safer. The exterior doors are safer. And then we have implemented ALICE, the alert, lockdown, inform, counter, and then evacuate. That's a whole big process. It's a whole training. People should be aware of it. We've done several community trainings over the years. So like I said, I take it pretty seriously. I work with EMTs, I work with fire, I work with local law enforcement. We're all on the same page of what happens if we come to that day where hopefully that never happens here. But I feel we're prepared. We have the communication tools in place. Teachers practice it. The students practice it. Like I said, I feel really good, and hopefully parents feel really safe that their kids are here. We really put a lot of effort into that.
But we send regular emails out to our staff reminding them of relationships are really important, keeping your eyes and ears open and talking to kids, watching social media if you're on social media, and if you see something out of the ordinary or uncomfortable, let us know. We were in contact last week with our local sheriff's department, who has been outstanding, just asking them for a little additional support, being more visible in our community during these really hard times, and they were here right away. We talk about even summer security and how important that is. Later this week, I'll be sending an email to staff reminding them of the steps that we take, locking doors, asking strangers in our building for identification, making sure fobs are working, things like that. And as Aaron said, we've done those things too, where we're walking around checking things. So for example, the fob in the Cardinal Kids area, we thought that was the safest measure to take to make sure our littles are safe all the time. And we're also open for people telling us, hey, have you ever considered this or thought of this? And we're talking about it regularly. It is, as he said earlier, it's a priority to us. Our number one priority is the safety of our students and staff, physically, emotionally, socially. It's number one.
You bring up the emotional aspect. It can't hurt to stress to take advantage of mental health supports.
Yes.
They are out there.
Yes.
As the district, if you don't have it available yourself, you can make contact with county resources and so forth.
Absolutely. So we do have an in-house full-time social worker who is outstanding. We have our student services staff who has been initially trained in helping with anything like that. Of course, our teachers have background in it. And regularly, I believe we've posted 2 or 3 times in the last year and a half or so, links people can click on if they need that mental health support. But we are here if they just need to call and talk. We will help any way we can.
Reach out, everybody. Reach out. On my walk-in here today, I did notice some new amenities that are popping up in the commons area upstairs. I saw sort of a couch set up. I saw high tops, special chairs. What's going on here? That's quite awesome.
Well, I'd say maybe, I don't know, over COVID, I would say, we're in the building a lot and walked around. And I'd say over the years, we've thought about our commons area. We've thought about our outside area. We have a beautiful space inside and out, and we felt we were underutilizing it. The last 2 years, we focused a little bit more on the outside. We got the picnic tables. Now we have the Cardinal Courtyard. You're starting to see more activities out there, jump houses, taco truck, activities in the evening. So now we're building up our outside. We got chairs, where portable chairs, classes can go outside and stuff like that. So we're utilizing the outside areas. This year, the last actually year and a half, 2 years, I've been trying to get some monies to utilize to fill up our commons area. Really, we use it as a lunchroom. It's such more space than just a lunchroom. I mean, it's a nice open space. There's cameras out there. We have a TV up. So through the help with Jen and our business manager, Christy, we found some money for flexible learning spaces. So we bought a couch area with some chairs, and we have 4 high-top tables with chairs and charging centers at each of the tables. And then we have 2 more TVs coming in that they can use as monitors or TVs for learning areas. So we're just trying to provide more opportunities for the kids, something cool, unique. Teachers stressing them, hey, get those kids out of the classrooms, have them read together on the couch, have them do math problems on these tables. When we get the TVs in there, put the stuff up on the TV screens, all of those different things. So just more opportunities for the kids. I don't know, the kids have asked for stuff like this over the years, and we're just now making it happen. So all the kids have been brought in there and toured, say what you can and can't do. If you want more of this stuff, it's for you guys.
Sure.
It's for the kids. Take care of it.
And I laughed because it just so happens this year's seniors, they could look at it, but couldn't take advantage of it anymore.
Right.
And we heard about that as we were prepping for graduation. Yes, we heard about that a lot.
I guess we'll kick off summer with that. Thanks for joining us once more here, joining me once more. I think we'll keep it going probably through the summer. Always things to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for watching.